Welcome back to Sacramento Smooth Jazz. How you guys doing? This is Michael Andrews, and today, as you know, we do this. You know how we do it every week, our weekly Artist Spotlight series. And today is no doubt we're going to do it again. So we have the honor of speaking with the incredibly talented, the vocalist herself, Erin Stevenson. From her beginnings at NASA to sharing the stages with legends like Janet Jackson and Stevie Wonder, her journey is nothing short of inspiring. Her singles have top charts in the UK as well as here in the US, and her current hit is making waves on the Billboard charts as we speak. Her music has also been featured in major films, showcasing her versatility and wide-reaching appeal. Erin, welcome to Sacramento Smooth Jazz. How are you today?
Yay! Hey, I am wonderful. I'm talking to you. I'm alive, so life is all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to have you. I know you've been working with the schedule. You've been busy. You've been on the road.
I've been busy.
That's a good thing, right?
It's a great thing. I'd be crying otherwise.
Come on
no,
now.
this is wonderful.
I love it. Now, let's do this, because when I mentioned NASA, I'm thinking probably like everybody else, NASA, what's going on? Give us some background from NASA to where you are now. What's going on? You're a scientist? You're a rocket scientist?
Heck no.
What's going on?
No. It's so funny because everybody, I still was touring a little bit when I was working for NASA. So people would see my email address. It'd be like, no, this must be a typo or something. Someone messed something up because it was like Erin@nasa.gov kind of thing when I would send in to all the music people. They were like, this is wrong. Anyhow, but I used to work for all of, how do I say this right? I was a liaison between here, Russia, Florida. When I say here, Houston, California, Russia, Florida, all the Japan. I was a communication specialist, not the scientist. I worked for all the brilliant people. So I was kind of like a middle person for communication amongst all the scientists and engineers for NASA.
Nice. Well,
yeah.
it takes brilliance to work with brilliance. You know what I mean? So come on now.
Oh, I don't discredit myself. But they're the smart ones. However, nah, man. Listen, I was just happy to be in the building and talking and running my mouth and doing the work that I did. But those people were so, God, I couldn't even touch the things that they know. I just communicated it. That's all I could do. Which I could do. I could talk. You know that now.
Right. That's all right. So singing. How did it all start for you? What happened there?
I've been singing since a child. My God, I came out of the womb singing, but I didn't embrace it until it's going to sound like till when? I was literally about 5 or 6 years old once I really knew that this is what I was going to do. And that sounds very young, but they say most people know what they're going to do when they're young. The world or life or their family or, things like that, other influences just detours them to something else. But I knew at a very young age, I would just joke around singing a whole bunch of blues songs, dancing and tumbling all over the floor, just being silly. And one of my uncles made me, I guess he saw something in me. He was like, quit joking around all the doggone time. He said, be still and sing something. And I did, because I was scared of him. And I didn't want to get a whooping. So I did. And it was Whitney Houston's The Greatest Love of All. And I have been singing ever since then. And I just knew whatever I did was going to involve me using my voice.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We want to thank Uncle.
My Uncle Woodrow. Uncle Woodrow.
Uncle Woodrow, we are thankful for your discipline and for you. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, you've opened up and you've sung for remarkable artists, So who has been the most influential in shaping your career?
Ooh, and this is a live recording.
Well, how about this? No.
Oh, we're good. No, we're good. I don't got good PR yet, so it's all right. I can tell, which I'm always going to tell the truth anyhow.
Right.
I don't have anybody on my shoulder like, Erin, don't you say that. No. So look, I guess I would say, just immediately thinking, there are 3. Janet for sure, Justin Timberlake for sure, and Duran Duran.
Really? Nice.
I have the worst case of nerves. Nobody ever believes me because of my outgoing personality and how much fun that I have on stage. So people don't believe that I have really, really, really bad nerves. But I remember seeing, and I'll make it quick, I remember seeing Janet one day going out on stage in front of an LA show. It's something about LA crowds. And the look on her face was like, here we go again. Like, let me pull it together to go. And she noticed that I saw her face. And I don't know if she'd ever remembered this story, but she looked at me, she said, it never goes away. So for me, that was extremely comforting because she's Janet. And if Janet can push through, I sure better learn how to push through. If it's because you'll get in your head thinking, oh, this is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm not built for this. I'm not ready for this. You are. And nerves are actually a good thing. When you lose your nerves, you stop caring. And that's never a good place to be in. Secondly, I would say with Justin Timberlake, he used to tell us, and still does, I was with him earlier this year, and he would always just say one song at a time, because you can overwhelm yourself. You could be at the end of the show, in your head at least, and you haven't even sung one song yet. And that's where the anxiety comes in, the feeling overwhelmed, like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? One song at a time. And then Duran Duran. They're UK.
Yeah.
They're so UK, hun. And they like singers. Like, don't get up here whispering. I need you to sing for me. So I remember the very first show that I was going to do with them, because there's a song. It is a really, really big, like, belt out kind of song. And I did it. But, I'm Black. Sometimes I have to reel myself in from doing the most. You know how people do it, the Star Spangled Banner and like Amazing Grace, the song lasts 10 minutes and it's only a minute and a half song.
Right.
So I was really, really doing my good singing. He said, hey. He said, hey, you sound great. 1, we already know you can sing. Number 2, the song is already great. 3, deliver the song, because it's about the song. And that was one of the wisest things I ever could have heard. I mean, for me as a person, I'm not the showboaty kind of person anyways. And it's always a constant reminder that nothing that I do, musicians, singers, none of us, no matter what field of expertise you're in, we're all here to serve somebody else or to be of use to someone or something. And music is the same thing. It's not about me. It's about the song. It's about the words. It's about touching someone's heart, infiltrating someone's mind to make them think something, for me at least, something positive. Fill them up with some love. My voice is only a vessel. I know I just made that a long answer when I said I would make it short. But
no, you're good. You're good. This is Erin's time. Do your thing.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay, cool. But those have been my top 3, Janet, JT, and Duran Duran, in regards to influence and things that I literally take with me every show before I even grab the microphone.
And I really believe that everything you've just said there is really good wisdom for those who are looking to embark on their career as a vocalist or a musician, or just business or just life in itself. It's like, take one thing at a time, that everybody's going through something, but push through it and deliver. Just be the best you that you can be and just keep it moving. I love from those. People don't realize that, that those on stage are people too.
Yeah. They bleed and breathe and go to the restroom the same way that you do.
Come on.
It's so funny when people say, oh my God, like, honey, I got to go. I'm hungry. I got to eat something and pass out. They're human. We are too, with real feelings, real emotions that we got to keep under control.
I love it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, you have been described as having a sultry voice and electric dance moves. How do you balance elements to deliver powerful performances?
It's funny because, again, all those things I would never say about myself, because I've literally come to grips with Patti LaBelle. My alter ego is Patti LaBelle. I could explain that later maybe. But you mentioned something earlier, and I'm just going to touch on it really quickly. I'll never be Patti LaBelle. I'll never be Whitney Houston. I have literally learned to be the best Erin Stevenson. And whatever that is, people like, so I'm going to keep on giving it. Doesn't matter if I like it or not. People like it, so I'm going to keep on giving it again, because it's not about me. I pray before I sing, and I ask God to do whatever you want me to do. I have natural energy. Sometimes I'm so tired from working and traveling and living from suitcase to hotel. But when I walk on stage, it's something supernatural. For me, I'd say the Holy Spirit that takes over and says, girl, go. Supernatural energy, and just deliver what needs to be delivered, because I just like to get myself out of the way and not worry about perfection, because that can also be detrimental. Not that you don't want to be good, but trying to be perfect can ruin you. It can ruin your thoughts. It could ruin your performance. It could ruin what's organically supposed to happen. So that's it, man. I just go out there and say, Erin, go have fun and do what you do.
I heard
and
that.
Get out of your own way.
And get out your way.
That's what happens.
Get out your way. I love it. I want to go back a little bit. Your songs have been featured in major films. How does writing music for a film differ from creating an album? Is there any difference at all?
It depends on how you go about it. Sometimes they reach out to different companies or licensing people, and they'll tell them what the film is about. And there's a pool of music, like tons of music. And they'll just go through and listen to songs that have something to do with the topic of the movie or that would fit a certain scene. Mm-hmm. So most artists don't necessarily write songs for movies. The movie finds the song. When it comes to doing an album, you're doing a song for the album, not that the album finds you. You are writing songs for your album, either what's going on in your personal life or coming from your heart or other people's experiences or whatnot. I mean, and that's for me because I'm a songwriter. There are a lot of artists who have songwriters who write them amazing songs. And let's not discredit songwriters. And I'm not talking about myself. Songwriters make artists sound so, my God, a lot of people have the voices, but I don't think songwriters get enough credit because they really are the true lyricists and storytellers behind a lot of artists that you love. And I don't think they get enough credit. So shout out to the songwriters.
Shout out to the songwriters. Come on.
Yeah. Who just bring life to a melody.
Nice. You hear that, songwriters? You are not forgotten. You are important too. Okay.
Yeah.
So now reading up on you, I was noticing that you had mentioned wanting to sing about things that matter. Mm-hmm. What messages or themes do you enjoy exploring your music in?
Well, I often tell this at my live shows because it makes people understand me and my music better. When I was younger, I went through this phase of, pop, R&B, mainstream, which is cool. No shade. Loved every minute of it. However, they wanted me to be something that I wasn't, which was be more sexy, smile too much, write songs about this, sing about this. Nobody wants to hear you sing about love. Nobody wants to hear you sing about happiness. Nobody wants to hear you sing the truth. Even if it's not the happiest song, it's still a true song. Don't nobody want to hear about that. Make people do. And I know you've seen it all over social media, even to this day. I'm much older now than I was then, but it's still the same narrative that they want to push. The gyrating, the do this, do that, anything other than love and positivity are something to make someone think. So it's pretty much my mission to sing real songs with real lyrics about real life, whether it's good or bad, but to tell the truth, but all from a place of love, to make people just want to love each other and love themselves. I feel like the more us as individuals love ourselves, the more we can love one another, no matter what that looks like.
I love it.
Because it's all about love at the end of the day.
Come on.
So,
I love it.
That's
Come on now. I love it. You're definitely inspiring and very enthusiastic and loving what you do. So tell our listeners, what's next for you? What's happening? Projects, tours, whatever. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a lot of shows coming up. Let me start here. My album is about to come out. I'm coming out with a whole nother album, finally. And I'm super excited about it. It comes out on June 28th, and it's called Cover Girl Uncovered. I have an album release, concert, and party because it's also my birthday. I turned 44 on June 21st. So I'm going to celebrate in my hometown of Houston. Come on out. If you hear this and you want something to do on June 28th, come to Houston, Texas.
Nice.
And I put all of my dates on my calendar. I'm just getting out there and letting the people put a face with the name. So I'm coming somewhere soon. Where
can people contact you? Social media, websites, what you got?
I have it all, but everything is ErinStevensonMusic.com, and that's ERIN. And then Stevenson with a V, STEVENSON, music, MUSIC.com. That's my email, that's my website, that's Instagram, it's Facebook, and anything else you can find.
Nice. Absolutely nice. I love it. Now, before we go, I always want to end with a song from our artist. So what song would you want our listeners to hear? And give a little insight as to, the song's inspiration behind the song.
Well, like I said, I write my truth, honey. I like to choose my latest single called Almost. And the truth behind the song is an ex-boyfriend of mine called me, and he sounded happy, but he was actually very miserable and told me that he should have married me. But he married the lady that he met right after me. And I mean, he immediately met her and immediately married her. But he turned into the guy for her that I wish he was for me.
Wow.
Because I'm the one who put in all the work, but she got the benefits. But at the same time, I've moved on. I'm happy. Life is great. But I can't lie. Like, it stung a little bit. Only just to know, now you want to call me and tell me this? Not that I'd go back anyways. But at the end of the day, I literally pulled over in my car and I started writing this song because I realized every single last one of us are someone's almost. All been someone's almost. And that almost led you to whatever great love you are with now.
Wow. And I love this song. It's powerful. And our listeners, you get to hear it right now on Sacramento Smooth Jazz. Erin, thank you again for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me, and see you soon.
When we first met, you were my funny Valentine. Now you're a good communicator, lover. 'Cause I put in the time. I was almost there. The best of me, the one, the best of you. What I love was true. Almost the one, and now that she is the one, but I almost was. Almost pity she don't. She gets the roses. I had all the thorns, and I admit I'm a little bitter, 'cause I thought that what we had was real, but it was only real enough to be almost the one. The best of me, the one, the best of you. What our love was true. Almost the one, now that she is the one, but I almost was. Almost pity she don't. I'm a little bit of buzz. I know it should hurt, but I came first, and now she gets for free what I earn. I know something's better for me. I'm strong, I've moved on. All alone. No, it just won't do. No, no, no. Almost just won't do. Almost the one, the one, the best of you. I was almost the one. And now that she is what I almost was.
Thanks for listening to Sacramento Smooth Jazz. To continue listening to Smooth Jazz 24/7, follow Sac Smooth Jazz on social media and listen by going to sacsmoothjazz.fm.